Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Acha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers of Great Millstone, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Millstone, but are pushing the same doctrine in these last days. Salutations to the elect, Akim Akwathas, men, women, and also children of the after without us, the house of David, who are predestined to be saved in these last days. This is going to be a quick hit. If you can see the beginning of this article that was in Zero Hedge yesterday, Tuesday, May 16th. I think they initially got it from the Daily Mail a few days prior to that. So this is where we're living, man. This place is just perverse, yeah. And it's not a new thing, right? It's not a new thing. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked lords. Well, I'll get that, but I'm going to read this first. As we know, the so-called Edomites, such like the Edomites are so-called white people, yeah, who call themselves also Caucasian, and they are described as the wicked Malachi, the border of wickedness, Malachi 1st chapter, and the 3rd and 4th verses, yeah, the border is or Edom, the border of wickedness. So the Lord hates them, because you know what? Whenever they rule, there's no new thing under the sun. Yeah, and there's also wicked with our people as well, but let's get to the point. Bear with me a second. And 7 into this is going to just after wickedness multiplied. Here we are. This is going to the time of Alexander the Greek, Alexander the Creep. Yeah, and he reigned 12 years. This is First Maccabees, the 7th verse. Yeah, First Maccabees, 1st chapter, 7th verse. So I'm going to read down to the point in 9. That's what I really want to make. The point in 9. That whenever these people rule, because Alexander's father Philip can trace his lineage back to Hagag, I think it's Hagag, isn't it? Basically to Edomites, yeah. You know, this is whenever they rule, wickedness increases, as the scriptures say. Yeah, and this is where we are now. The wickedness has reached up into the heavens. So that's what I'm going to get. Article. I'm not really going to read too much of it. I'm going to put it in the description box, and then I'm going to play a few videos on where these people from the UN get their inspiration. Yeah. First Maccabees, 1st chapter, 7th verse. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And what do the scriptures say about the earth and who it's given to? Let's get that. Remind me of that. Job, these scriptures come out all the time, but you know, they don't get old. They don't get old because they're relevant to now. They're relevant to these times, or as all scriptures are relevant. You know. And the book's alive, simple as that. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who rules this world? You know, you'd be lying to say that the so-called Edomites don't rule, especially the West. Yeah, because they do. The face is all over the money. So-called white man, I should say. They are Edomites. Yeah, the so-called Caucasians. The face is all over the money. You got to go to them for the want of all things. You know what I mean? And obviously within that, they've set up other nations. You know, like the Elamites and like the Ishmaelites. But overall, it's the Edomites that rule. who are the so-called white people, and they are the wicked, as I've said in the quoted description Malachi. Yeah, no, don't get it twisted. There are wicked in our people too. You know, the 2/3 in America are going to basically be put to death, simple as, because they continue to hold hand in hand, yeah, with the heathen, and they go down to Egypt for help, right? But this place is perverse, simple as that. And this is just one small example of it. WHO, that's the World Health Organization, pushes early childhood, that thing, the toddlers, encourages questions about encouraging questions about you know, that alphabet stuff. Right, I'm gonna put it like that because they get hurt when you tell them the truth that they're wicked. You know, for kids aged 4. Backlash has ensued following the renewed focus on the World Health Organization's sexuality education guidance for schools to provide to children as young as 4 years old. Right, and why are they focusing on the children? Scriptures say it. I'll get it here. Proverbs 22:6. Got a few scriptures written down. Right. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Yeah. And this is what they're doing. They are focusing and targeting the children in this this woke new stuff. You know what I'm saying? This alphabet stuff. So in 10 or 15 years' time, because their inward thought is their houses shall continue forever, 49 and 11, they think they're going to rule forever. And so they're focused on the next generation to corrupt that even worse, you know, right, than this, where it is now. And if it was left up to them, there'd be no flesh to be saved. As again, as the scriptures say, you know, because at the end of the day, they are completely perverse, profane. Yeah, they're outside the temple. Yeah. Hebrews 12:16 also goes into it. Proverbs 22:6 in the NLT. Direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. You see, but you know, the Esau, Edom, they can't do right. What did the scripture say about that? Psalms 55. That's 55:16. So it's actually 50. Back here. Right, it starts at 16. But unto the wicked, Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou should take my covenant in thy mouth? For example, right, the last couple of weeks ago is coronation of the so-called king, which is not a king, put a crown up on his own head. Not even going to go into that. But they've taken, you know, it was a so-called church ceremony done by so-called archbishop. I also say so-called because these people are absolutely corrupt. You know what I'm saying, yeah, because the scriptures say that, you know, they've taken on board the scriptures, they've taken on board the Bible, they haven't followed any of it. You know, for instance, Joe Biden swore in on the Bible. The Bible tells you not to swear. That's Matthew 5th chapter. Yeah, and basically within how many months or weeks, whatever, he was signing in legislation regarding the alphabet people. These people are literally, they're showing that they are the wicked. You know, Second Thessalonians goes into that about, you know, the son of perdition being revealed. Back to Psalms 50:17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee. Yeah, because they don't follow the ways of the scriptures. They do not. Yeah, and they're continually going to promote this type of behavior. You know, wickedness. And pushing it on the children. I'm not going to read this article. What I'm going to do is put it into the description box. Because even their own people are outraged by it. You know, And it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing because this is it. This is where they get their inspiration from. This man here, Alfred Kinsey. You should look him up. You really should look him up. Yeah, Wickedness and what he did. Play a few videos.
Among the wildly inaccurate claims of best-selling book sexual behavior details was that between 10 and 37% of men had engaged, and that 94%. It was later revealed that the sample included a normal number of sex events, others sexually.
And when he conducted these experiments, they were done on a lot of them were done on children.
Alfred Kinsey. He's known as the father of the sexual revolution, the founder of sexology, and the framer of modern sex ed. Hello. Alfred Kinsey is the father of sexology. Right for that. Often portrayed as a self-sacrificing saint scientist, Kinsey was a bad dude who ran a bunch of bad boys. And I mean really bad. Kinsey was complicit in the sexual abuse of children. His own published works included data tables showing children as young as 2 months being, quote, stimulated to, quote, orgasm.
You see, so this is where they get their inspiration from. Even before that, you know, they've been wicked since birth, innit? Psalms 58 and 3. Right? But anyway, it's just terrible, man. It's just terrible what they're doing. Right. Where are we? Yeah. This obviously qualify. This relates to you know, when we Yasharala, but you can't just, you know, like I said before, the scriptures are twofold, threefold. Yeah, and they've got many meanings right now. You can apply this to this time, right? Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. So that's a promise from Yahweh that this rulership of Esau Edom will be taken off the face of the earth. Obadiah 1:18. Yeah, we just got to endure these last days, these last times, right? Because that son of perdition is being revealed. Simple as. Okay, let me go straight to it. 2, 3, and 4 into it. Let's go straight to the point. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And we did fall away. 70 AD. We scattered into all nations, specifically a million or so of us went into, from Babylon, this information from page 84, Babylon's Timbuktu, about a million or so of us went into Africa, so-called Africa, and ended up, you know, we're on the west coast, North Africa, but mainly on the west coast. And if you look at 1700 map, 1736 map or something, there's a land called Negro land, and a Fort Judah, Fort Waida. Yeah, so but we also scattered into Europe. You know, we scattered into after 70 AD. You know, into even parts of India too. So that's when we fell away. You know, after 70 AD, around them times. And yeah, the Romans came in, another incarnation or the first beast, took over Jerusalem, the land. And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah. Son of perdition. That's who they are. Perishing, ruin, destruction. Destroying, utter destruction. What is it? Apoleo. Apoleo. Okay. Apoleo. Apoleo. We're to destroy, you know. And is Yahweh Shemashai not going to destroy them that destroyed the earth? Revelation 11 and 18. Yeah. I'm going to continue for this. Who opposeth and exalting himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so he as the Most High sitteth in the seat of power, showing himself that he is power. And this, the pride of Esau, Edom, and the other nations, specifically Esau, Edom, and their rulership, shows you that they think they are the Most High, that they can do anything. And the depravity, because of their pride, the depravity is coming out, and they're showing the whole world who they really are. Obviously, it's through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai revealing them, lifting off that veil, Isaiah 25 and 7, of the wickedness. Right. So, played that Kinsey thing, played the video. What I'm going to do is just look up Alpha Kinsey anyway, and then you can you get to know, where they get their inspiration from. Obviously, they get the initial inspiration from the left side, Yahweh Shemashai, the spiritual demon Satan. They're kind of just 15. 3. Yeah. We'll go straight to the point, actually. 5. I'm going straight to the point. 5. 2 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And this is what we're seeing. We're at the beginnings of sorrows. Yeah, don't get it twisted. It's going to get a lot worse. Even the elect we'll go through these things, but the elect will be protected by Yahweh, the spirit of Yahweh in those days. So fear none of the imaginations against thee, or the incredulity of them that trouble thee. Speak against the Lord, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Just jumped up to 3 and 4 because it was relevant. We've got to be relevant. We've got to be we've got to be watching, praying, and praying to Yahweh Shemashai that we will be found worthy in those days when the trouble does really ramp up. For wickedness, this is 2 15 and 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Because they're just going to continue with this type of wickedness, promoting it to the children, putting these things as normal. It's just madness, man. It's madness. But with that, Lord's will, this is a fine piece of information. I say salutations to the elect and shalom. All praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and teachers of Great Muslim, and the like-minded men who may not be directly part of Great Muslim, but are following the same doctrine. Yeah. Again, salutations to the elect men, women, and children of the house of David, Kwam Yasharala, and Abad Babal. Shalom.